Morning everyone. Welcome to what was named Martinsfield by the Ecological Land Cooperative. I'm Chris and Emily, my wife, is over there. We run Fanfield Farm, which is the slice of heaven in that corner. Sinead and Adam, they run Oarside Farm, and then there's another farm to be filled over in this corner.
You can see today that we're doing some tree planting. There's lots of people around. So we decided during 2020 we wanted to plant 2020 trees. Our principles around growing are more trees, more flowers and healthy soil. So the first thing to work on is the more trees. We focus on a lot of edible flowers, cut flowers and kind of thinking about food a little bit differently. We've got quite a few things to crack on with this year.
I think we live in times that are showing just how important it is to be an agroecological farmer. It's really moving us towards a place where we understand the impact that what we've been doing for the last 30 years has on the environment.
Agroecology is important because we win across different areas. Dealing with the climate crisis that we've got right in front of us now is really urgent, helping biodiversity and nature, and producing healthy food and healthy materials for people.
We wanted to run a veg box scheme, and I wasn't happy doing that on land that I knew could end in 6 months to 12 months because I could just let a lot of people down. So we decided to look for an active piece of land that we could regenerate the soil, put a lot of work into the ecosystem of it, but also would be here for a long period of time, our future home if you like. Someone had just mentioned the Ecological Land Cooperative. We went in thinking this is far too good to be true. This can't be people that are setting something up that's genuinely for good and that aligned with our sort of goals. And 6 months later we're here and I still have to pinch myself every day.
The central objectives of the ELC are to purchase marginal agricultural land and to get planning permission in order for our steward farmers to live and work on the land that they own. We also are very committed to developing regenerative farming techniques.
We have always dreamed of doing something like this, but we had it in a 10-year, 15-year plan rather than a now plan. We've managed to plant over 1,000 trees today. We're planning to extend the lake here and have it as a real nature reserve type space. I think we've had about 50 people today and all coming together to plant trees and improve the habitat space on this field is amazing.
I live in the next village, so I was really keen to get down and show some support. Quite excited to have this on the doorstep. Oh, yeah, come on, I need to put a plastic sheath on this one. This is where you'll be able to buy your fruit and veg grown in the field next to your house. It doesn't get better than that.
The Ecological Land Cooperative is answering, for me, two main issues. One is the fact that it is so difficult for new entrants to get onto land, and we're answering that by providing affordable starter holdings. And the other side of it is we have to do farming differently. We know that we've depleted the soils, that we have lost soil carbon, that we have water pollution, air pollution problems. And there's a growing body of people that have got great ideas, agroecology, agroforestry, permaculture, and by providing affordable starter farms, those can be trialled and we can see something wonderful happening.
I think some of the big challenges that we found is, we're city people, we have no idea, where do you start looking for land? And the ELC have been great for us because they were an organisation that helped us do that. A lot of those kind of logistical things around planning and, they've just made the whole process a lot easier.
The challenge is that there isn't access to land. When you look at the costs involved, they're just enough to put you off. A lot of talks that we went to, it originated from you inherit land, and it kind of feels like you only do it if you're born into it, whereas the LC provided a platform for people like us to be given a chance to go and do this.
ELC structure that they offered allowed us to be able to afford it, to move here to start with, and they supported the planning process, so it seemed a lot more of a secure option for a family with children to commit to. So this is violet willow, which is Salix daphnoides, and we harvest the bark and then we dry that and put it either in tea mixes, tincture it, or make it into powder to put into capsules for rheumatic, achy conditions, things like that.
What's different about the ELC is that we make sure that land stays in agricultural use and ecological use in perpetuity. So although we give the stewards really long leases, 150 years, so they can really build up their farm business, we also make sure we keep hold of the freehold so that the land isn't then just sold out of farming and ecological use.
We moved here in April 2015, and then last year in 2019 the great news came through from Mid Devon District Council that we have secured permanent permission. We are allowed to live here permanently as long as we're running our agricultural business, and we have the right to build a permanent home. We are seeing the trees growing taller than me now, which is really exciting, and we've just got lots to look forward to. Gaining that permanent permission last year, the good feeling of living here when you wake up every day is brilliant.
It's really humbling to have this responsibility, I guess. Regeneration is something that's really important to us, is trying to fix the things that are broken, and to be able to do that and see it coming together now with these trees going in makes me feel quite teary. Yeah.